The NBA season has come down to this. This is it for all the marbles. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. We're at Toyota Center in downtown Houston. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets taking on the Boston Celtics. And welcome, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Rockets coming into play. They know what's at stake. This is it. One game to decide the NBA Finals.
Well, here we are. This is what you dream about. A Game 7. A one-game series for the NBA Championship. This has been one heck of a thrilling ride so far. I'm just so grateful to be here courtside to watch this happen in front of my own eyes. This has really been a dream come true.
To Marcus Smart. Count it.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Harden in possession, just getting started. Strap in for a good one here in Game 7. Knocked loose. Harden not going down here. To Marcus Morris. Slam dunk.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Paul across the timeline, trailing by 4. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. To Irving. Beyond the arc for 3. He was all over him. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Here's a chance from long range. Now that's a contest. To Marcus Morris. Kyrie Irving missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Harden to Paul. From long range, textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Kyrie Irving, 3 for 4. Good start.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Gordon with it. 10-0 is the score. 4-3. Smothering D.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Trying to cash in. Tucker with a shot that won't go.
They still can't get their first bucket from the field, but still don't let that affect your defense on the other end.
Count the basket inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Knocked loose. And look out. This is already getting out of hand.
Coaching strategy 101. You probably want to utilize a timeout to disrupt the pace of this other team. This game is starting to get out of hand quick and early.
Now it's Harden at the controls. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Horford. To Irving. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Irving to Marcus Morris. Over to the right side. Kyrie. Not that time.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Paul. Going to launch beyond the arc. Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Kyrie Irving. He's now 4 for 6. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a shot up off the mark. Gordon with it. His guys currently down by 13. Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Kyrie Irving. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
So good to see one of Jersey's finest, Kyrie Irving, back on the court and driving with no issues on that knee. He only played 60 games last year, and he missed the entire Celtics postseason run. You can only imagine what this team would have done if he were healthy and they had Gordon Hayward.
Knocked loose. Paul. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Harden. For 3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Horford to Hayward. And throws it down.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys down big. And scores.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Gets it in the right corner. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Doesn't get the bounce. Harden in possession. Down a bundle. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. The drive right to the basket. Shot from the lane won't go.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
Those shots, Jay, have been few and far between in what has been an uneasy first quarter.
And Ed, sometimes that's all you need. Just get one or two to fall. Find the rhythm, find the rhyme. You got plenty of time.
Chris Paul rejects it.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Runner's good there.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Paul with it up top. 14-point deficit. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Irving. And the 2 for Al Horford getting to the rim.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Harden knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
Deep three at the buzzer. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Rockets in control of the basketball. Fires the three. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. Horford. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Rivers into the front court. Down by 15 to Gerald Green. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short. To Jaylen Brown. Nothing going here on that drive. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To P.J. Tucker. Knocked loose. Plays like that could turn a game around. Al Horford swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Cleans it up. Al Horford sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Celtics have it. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in thinking you can get more at the rim.
Austin Rivers to Fareed. Celtics have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Harden. Oh, that's how it's done.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Nothing going here on that drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Harden has it up the floor. To P.J. Tucker. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
To Harden.
I got him. Here we go.
Fareed to Gerald Green. Beyond the arc for 3. Tough shot for Gerald Green. Off the mark. Irving with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Harden. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Here's a chance from long range. to Jaylen Brown. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
To Rivers. From long range. That's what you like to see. Austin Rivers. Tough shot from downtown.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
Curling inside. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Mike D'Antoni changing up his lineup. Harden. A pass taken away by the Celtics. That is great vision to set it up. Irving, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Harden to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2-4 now.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
And draws the foul.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Fareed. Goes to the left side. Harden. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Gets it to go. And the foul.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Jason Tatum at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Tatum's good on the free throw. It's a three-point play as Boston adds to the lead. Harden into the front court. He'll run the offense. Paul to Harden. 4-3. Well defended. To Irving. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Paul to Harden. Knocked loose. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Brown. Time for some new personnel into the game. Kyrie Irving with the block. Celtics have it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Is good.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Harden, he continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
And he finishes at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Going to launch beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Irving. Curling inside. Layup goes down. Well done.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To P.J. Tucker. Fires the 3. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. To Irving.
Don't let him split. Don't let him split.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kyrie Irving trying to cash in on a 3-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throws good for Irving as he finishes off the 3-point play, adding to the Celtics lead. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Harden. For 3, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Brown with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. Short jumper stays out.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
A couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kenneth Faried at the line for 2 shots. A career 65% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Long key from 3/4 court. We are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Celtics come away with it.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Probing the defense. And scores. Strong take.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Harden with it up top. Down a bundle to Paul. Harden. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Irving to Marcus Smart. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game and they get a really good lather.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Al Horford tips it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Kyrie across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Irving.
Wait on it.
Tatum. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Harden with the basketball. His guys down big. Jason Tatum pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Irving. Fires the three. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Harden can't go down. Smothering defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Irving. Got it.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
I got ball. I got ball. That's me.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball.
Paul. To P.J. Tucker. Al Horford. Able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Irving.
Wait on it.
Curling inside. He gets it.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Now the Rockets will use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Irving. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Defense. Defense. Let's go.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Here we go.
Free throws coming up.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
James Harden has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. He missed a pair of free throws. To Marcus Smart. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
Tough shot. Well defended.
My ball. I got ball. I got ball. I got ball. Got help. Wait on it.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
I got some for him.
Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. He's going to play the matchup. Brad Stevens making some moves. Boston with the basketball.
I got ball. I got ball.
Surveys the floor.
Oh, yeah, that's something. That's something. Trap him. Yep. Yep. Wait on it. 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 Wait on it.
And the basket good at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Harden. Lets it fly from long range. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
He wants it at the rim and scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. To Irving. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Houston takes over to Fareed. Ooh, Chris Paul. Ooh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
And the finish at the rim.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
The crossover, gets inside, and the slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys hold a commanding lead. Jumper's good.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Knocked loose. Irving knocks down the three-pointer.
The transition three-point shot is one of the most difficult shots to actually defend. It's natural for the defense to automatically run back and protect the paint. But these days, people say, why settle for a 3? Why not? Especially when you can shoot the ball at that kind of clip.
Paul to Fareed. Driving right to the basket. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Nope, first one does not go. Oh, he missed them both. To Jaylen Brown. Irving. And drains it.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
And now Houston has the basketball.
I got ball. This is all me.
To Gerald Green. Here's a chance from long range. He is yet to hit one tonight. No good. Irving into the front court. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead.
Wait on it.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. 3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up. The Celtics way out in front. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter, and it might be time to empty the bench, Jay. This game appears to be well in hand.
And their starting five has certainly earned the fourth quarter off. They've been terrific this ball game. And this is the type of game where you find a chance to relax. You ice up, you watch your other teammates play, you applaud them, and you get ready for the next game.
Jaylen Brown sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
From long range, and he knocks it down.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Rockets have the ball. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Austin Rivers, a couple of free throws on the way. Career mark of 64%. So he hits the first, misses the second. Clint Capella. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Brown into the front court. He'll run the offense. Lays it up and in.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To Capella. Gerald Green down to Fareed. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
The okie doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Irving brings the ball up court. Sizing up the defense. Good. Off a spin.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Fareed. Clint Capella. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Tough make through traffic.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
It's Rockets ball. Easy path to the rim.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Jaylen Brown. 4-3. Brown with the 3 with a hand in his face.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Austin Rivers to Capella. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound comes to Kyrie.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Kyrie Irving for 2, draws the double and still hits.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. To Irving. Fires the 3, and Kyrie Irving makes good from beyond the arc.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. Down a bundle. Capella. Celtics have it. Has a look. Not that time. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. Count the bucket for 2.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it anywhere you...
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Timeout Boston, as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
All right.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Slams it home on the putback.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of that.
Irving with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Rivers with the basketball. His guys down big. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Jaylen Brown. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Kyrie Irving at the line for a chance at a 3-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. Free throws good for Irving as he finishes off the 3-point play, adding to the Celtics lead. With the rock, it's Chris Paul.
I got ball. I got him. Right that screen.
Al Horford, huge block. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. It's Paul for 2. Deep 2 there, won't go. Gets to the basket and scores.
Same old tricks, same bag. Ain't nothing new there.
Here's CP3. Not going down for him this time.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Gets to the basket, but it's no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss his shot. That's great defense.
Irving, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Paul, he was all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Goes to the left side. For three, that's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Deep three at the buzzer. It's a victory here for the Celtics. They've claimed their second ever championship in what was their 5th consecutive NBA Finals appearance. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.